Okay, so on to question number 3. Construct the molecular orbital diagram for H2+, and then identify the bond order. Make sure you add electrons to the boxes corresponding to the molecular orbitals for the molecule and to the boxes corresponding to the atomic orbitals for the 2 atomic species. Okay, so I'm just going to write on the side. First, the molecular orbital diagram. So they already kind of gave us the basic skeleton, but if you don't remember or if you are confused with how to construct diagrams like this, basically you have your y-axis, which is energy, and the more you go up, there is a higher amount of energy. Okay, so first you draw the different atomic orbitals. So you always start off with 1s for this hydrogen species. And since there's 2 of them, I'm going to write them on either side. And then when there's hybridization, you have your sigma 1s, and then your sigma star 1s. So this is bonding and anti-bonding. Then I'm just going to draw these lines to and I'll do what the question did. So these 2 levels correspond to the atom, and then the middle one is for the molecule. And for this question, our atoms are 2 hydrogens, and our molecule is H2+. So before you fill out your energy diagrams, you want to figure out how many electrons are involved in this molecule. So each hydrogen gives 2 electrons. So we have 2. But since there's a positive charge, that means that one of the electrons was removed. So we're going to do 2 minus 1. So we should have 1 electron total. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in my diagram. So I'll show that 1 electron is in the atom. And for the hydrogen that lost an electron, I'm not going to write anything there since it was lost. And then finally, I'll write that only 1 electron is involved in the bonding. So this is what our diagram looks like. It's pretty simple. Hydrogen is one of the easiest elements to write with a molecular orbital diagram. But as the compounds get more complex, you tend to have different levels, and it gets more complicated. But in our case, this is just a simple molecular orbital diagram. So the next part of the question says to calculate bond order. So I'm just going to write down this equation for bond order. This is the number of electrons, the bonding, minus the number of electrons, anti-bonding. I'll just put anti-B. All of that divided by 2. This is BO. So in our case, we have 1 electron in the bonding, and we have 0 in the anti-bonding, so that's sigma star. Divide that by 2, and we get a bond order of 0.5. So I'm just going to confirm and verify with the answer given here. Okay, so the answer given here is a different, yeah, so this is H2 and not H2 plus. So this particular answer is correct, but since the question that we're looking for is for H2 plus, it would be missing an electron, and the bond order would be equal to 0.5. So I'm just gonna write that down. Yeah, so this solution is correct for H2. However, for H2 plus, an electron is removed. So I'll just say the solution is incorrect for this particular question.